Good evening, Kaushik.
Good evening, Karthik.
Yeah, my name is Kishore. I am the trainer. Karthik is my friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Kishore.
Yeah, that's okay. So, are you able to see my screen? So,
Yeah, I'm able to see your screen.
okay. So, today we are just going to discuss about a basic discussion. It's a basic discussion about a Tableau. And before that, let me introduce myself, and then you can share your details. After that, we'll jump into the demo. Okay.
Okay.
So my name is Kishore and I'm having a 10 years of IT experience, and out of the 10 years, so around 8 years of BI experience, business intelligence development experience. And out of 8 years, I worked with the Microsoft Business Intelligence Technologies in earlier, and then right now, since 3 years, I'm working with the Tableau development. So around a couple of projects we have completed on Tableau in a different versions. And right now I'm using a Tableau 8.3 version, and we are trying to upgrade from 8.3 version to the 9.0 in our office. Okay, and apart from this professional experience, I have around 4 years of teaching experience, professional teaching experience. So earlier I used to train the people on Microsoft BI products like SSIS, SSAS, SSRS, and since 1.5 years I'm doing this Tableau training. Uh, from 8.2, I had given almost 100, more than 100 people have joined as of now, and more than 50% of the people are already joined to the organizations in US. So whatever the total 100 count is from the US only. Okay, so and this is about me. And if you don't mind, could you please provide your details? Kaushik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completed my master's this May,
Mm.
so I'm looking for a job right now. So uh, I'm I'm looking forward to take this Tableau training.
Okay. So are you in a OPT or CPT?
I'm in OPT.
Okay, so you came out from the college.
Yeah, my college is done.
Okay, so right now you're in OPT, right? Optional practical training.
Yes.
Okay. So what we'll do is we in this demo initially we are going with some slides. Okay, it's giving some information about the Tableau, and then we are looking at in this total demo basic information plus a training plan document, whatever the training items we are going to cover in the actual training plan, and then practical demo. So let's start this one.
Okay.
So I have maintained one agenda. So are you able to see this screen, or else can I make this in a bigger?
I'm able to see the screen.
Okay. So in this, I'm maintaining an agenda which is having around 8 to 10 slides. What is business intelligence? What are the traditional tools? Why we are coming to the Tableau, and what is the importance of the Tableau? Even we have a competitor tools available in the market. Okay. And after that,
Oh,
what are the different products from the Tableau, and what is the training plan sheet, and a small sample demo. So what is business intelligence in a short term, in a short meaning? The client is having a data. On top of the data, we are applying our business intelligence skills. So on top of the business data, we are applying our intelligence. That's a business intelligence. And finally, with these tools, we are going to prepare reports, and that reports will help to the business user to understand about their business, and they have a option to decide on a business data, whether they wanted to start a new showroom, or whether they wanted to close an existing shop, or any about an employee taking action. So there are so many decisions the business, the end user, the client can take based upon the report we are preparing. Okay, so from this, to support this business intelligence, in earlier we have so many tools came into the market. Those are the tools: SAP Business Objects, Cognos, MicroStrategy, Microsoft SQL reporting services, and some other tools also available. What happens is these tools are very old designed manner, and not for it is not intended for analytics. Suppose you want to do some analysis on your business data, and these tools are really not help you to support the analysis. And it's very lengthy process to design the reports. It's almost killing around more than 6 months or 1 year of time to design the report solution and to design and deploy. And it requires a more number of resources also. So more number of resources required, a lengthy process, and time learning curve is also very lengthy. All the areas, it's very old design model. That's why we are going to the advanced visualization tools. So whatever the issues we came across just before, so we are going to cover almost all the functionalities, all the issues covering in these advanced visualization tools. So in one of them is a Tableau is a very good one, and the ClickView and Spotfire, these are the competitor tools to the Tableau. But what happens in the market is the total, if you compare the market share, the Tableau has a very good market share than the ClickView and Spotfire. And Tableau doesn't require any coding majorly. So we can complete a solution without writing a line of single code. Okay, a single line of code. But in ClickView, you need some kind of code support. You should know some coding knowledge. But in typical Spotfire, it's purely analytical reporting tool. It's required more statistical knowledge. So out of the Tableau has a very good presentation and very faster and can connect to any data systems. It's so fantastic. It's already approved by so many peoples and appreciated by so many employers. So coming to the next slide, and why Tableau means it can connect to any system like Excel file, text file, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and big data, whatever the system you mentioned, it can connect easily without writing a line of code. And it also prepares the reports in a very less time and very faster and very beautiful. And dashboard development is also very fast, and the Tableau is mainly named for Tableau dashboard development. It's very easy to design the dashboards and everything, and we can also, once we design and develop, we can deploy it to the server side. Once we deploy it, we can also access these dashboards and reports through Tableau mobile. So if you have a mobile tablet, I mean to say if you have an Android tablet or iPad, you can also access the dashboards through the iPad. So like a business user. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
And we have a Gartner report after this why Tableau. So we have a Gartner report 2015 about Tableau. So this is generally the Gartner is a company. It's a survey company about a different technologies in the analytics and BI platform, BI and analytics platform. So every year they're going to release a report in a February. So if you see here in a down as of February 2015, and in this year, in a February month, they have released this report, and this report is a proof where the Tableau is. In this, there are four boxes designing about a basic, medium, and competent challenges and leaders. Okay, the leader box is very important in this market, and then out of that, Tableau has a very it has a rank one position, and after that, I click Q, and after that, Microsoft, MicroStrategy. So they're trying to meet the Tableau market, but there is a long gap between these tools, right? And the Tableau and ClickView has a long gap, a long white space. So big white space. So this is the 2015 report about a Gartner. Every employer, every company is um, really agreeing the Gartner report. Means they're respecting the Gartner report, and then based on that, they're also trying to verify about a Tableau is it really good, and they're trying to cross verify from their side. And this report is helping to improve the Tableau market share. Just a minute. And if we We are happy with this Tableau Gartner report, and then we can look into the Tableau products. What are the different products and what are the major products we are working in our organization? So the first one is the Tableau Desktop. It's very important in terms of a development. So we are with this tool, we are going to connect to the any different data sources and we're creating reports, dashboards, and finally deploying to server. So the next item is the Tableau server. So initially you are going to develop something that is the scope of the reports and dashboards is only in your system. So anybody wanted to see the reports from, then they have to come to your system and they have to see that. If they wanted to access the reports across the organization, we have to deploy that report from your system to the Tableau server system. Then once we deploy to the server, people can access from across the organization. And the Tableau server cost is very high, so it's $80,000 plus. To alternative, that there is Tableau Online as a product. Tableau Online is nothing but a Tableau cloud server. So the Tableau gives in a very less cheaper in a the Tableau server in a cheaper mode with a shareable. So means if you purchase the Tableau server software, we are going to manage and monitor everything. We have to take care of that. In case of a Tableau cloud, we just subscribing to this cloud server and we are not going to install and managing everything. The Tableau company is going to manage this Tableau product and Tableau servers. And the cost of the Tableau online account is around $8,000. It's almost $10,000. But in case of a Tableau server, it is $80,000 plus. It's almost $1 lakh if you include a server, physical servers. The Tableau server software cost is only $80,000 plus. So if we are running in a very small project with a less budget, then we can go for a Tableau cloud server. Whatever the functionality availability in a server, the 90% of the functionality availability in a cloud also. There is no problem at all to work with the Tableau cloud. So these are all three items are 14 days trial versions we have, and after that we need to go for a licensed versions. And the next is a Tableau Reader. Reader is a reading software, just a reading software like a manager. Manager, he wanted to see whatever the dashboards we are developing from his system. So the Tableau desktop cost is around a $2,000 cost. So instead of wasting the money, we can suggest the manager to download the Tableau Reader software and connect it to our dashboards, and then he can see that. It's only reading software. There is no zero. There is no development. 0% development. And the Tableau Public is just a free software, and it is look like a desktop, but the functionality and the features which are available in the desktop, which some of them are not available in the public. So public can connect to Excel file and text file, not to the big data, not to the office systems. Means the organizations are working with the Oracle or Microsoft SQL Server or IBM DB2, MySQL. There are so many server-based data maintenance. So from the public, we cannot access the server-based data. We can access the Excel file, text file, and some other items. And we can also deploy to the Tableau server. There is no option to deploy the dashboards which are developed from the public to the Tableau server. There are some limitations in the public. This is just for practice purpose only. And the Tableau mobile tablet. So this is the what I was mentioning earlier. As a business user, you can travel to any place, and while traveling, you can use the tablet, iPad or Android tablet, and you can connect to the Tableau system and browse the dashboards and start your analysis and provide your comments to the client. So it's totally on a while traveling. It's totally on online. Okay. So are these products are able to understand by you?
Yes.
In total, in our organization, we are majorly working with the Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server. These are the main products, and the remaining products are based upon the requirement. We are choosing the requirement, but Tableau Reader it's a small software. It's a 1 hour job to understand this Tableau Reader software, and Tableau Public. We are not going to design this in our office. And Tableau mobile tablet, it is also required a 1 hour to understand this tablet version. Okay, if you have a tablet, we can download a product and we can download a Tableau mobile app and then start to connect to the Tableau server and start to do the analysis based upon your permissions level. And coming to the training plan sheet, and this is just a screenshot of the training plan sheet, and I have a training plan sheet. which is updated one with the Tableau 9. So this is the Tableau 9 training plan sheet. The current version from the Tableau side is a Tableau 9.0.1. So I'm giving the latest. I'm giving the updated version training only, so not the old version. The prior version is a Tableau 8.3. So I'm going to cover a Tableau 9. So once you, so because in a market and most of the trainers are giving a training on a old versions, Tableau 8.2, 8.3. But from my side, I'm going to update the people and update myself also. I'm trying to give you the Tableau 9 training plan. The Tableau 9 is came up with so many enhancements comparing with the Tableau 8.3. So that's what I was included a Tableau 9 directly. So see here, this is the training plan sheet. Initially, we are going to connect to it's a data management section. In this place, we are going to connect to the data and manage some data related activities from the Tableau desktop software side. And next is we can also connect to the Microsoft SQL Server and then Google Analytics and data blending. There are so many data related activities here. We are going to do that. And the next is the visualization. So in the visualization part, we are going to do some. Hello, Kaushik?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is just a hang.
Okay.
So this is of the same sheet, Tableau 9 training plan.
Okay.
See here, from the visualization side, we have a different steps to design the dashboards and reports and calculations and Tableau server. So in this place, I'm going to cover whatever the compulsory items to work in an organization. So if you are going to the job, definitely whatever the things you require, I'm going to prepare you. And before that, so I'm going to cover a Tableau desktop and Tableau server. You can also act as a server and administrator based upon this training. So some
Okay.
in a market we can see different positions open, one for a Tableau desktop and for a Tableau server also, like a Tableau administrators. So I'm going to give you training on an entire level from the desktop to software. End-to-end solution you can design and deploy, okay, design, develop and deploy by a single person. So that's what my training is concentrating on.
Okay.
And also here I'm going to cover a different products. Whatever the products I mentioned in the training in the presentation file, and these are the products from the Tableau. I'm going to cover these remaining products also and some help documents. Totally around at 57 points. Totally this document, and this requires around a around 20 to 25 hours of duration based upon the understanding by candidates. And this is a training plan document. So have you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay. And next we'll jump to the Tableau, a practical demo. So here is the Tableau 9.0
Okay.
software. So once we install the Tableau software, we can see this kind of icon. So just open this, double click this one, and it will open the Tableau desktop. So once we open this Tableau desktop, it is looking for some data. Because we are working with the reporting system, so the data should be available before do the reporting. So we have to, if you're in an organization, you have to ask your manager, where is my data? So where are my connection access rights? Once we get an access, we can look into the data and we can prepare some queries and then building the reports. So in this place, this is the Tableau 9. I have a Excel file. I have a text file, access some other different files, Tableau, Microsoft SQL Server, analysis services, MySQL. There are so many database systems we have. In this place, we have so many big data, multi-dimensional, two-dimensional, file-based systems. Whatever you can also access, you can access this system. So right now I'm going to connect to some sample Excel file, which is I have some sample superstore information. So it's just a superstore information, it's just a shop information. Once you go any shop, then you're going to buy a product. So, but the system is capturing the product information, product category, subcategory, where you are buying the product and how much quantity you are buying, okay, and what is the order ID and everything they are going to capture. In case if you're ordering and then you wanted to deliver to some other place, they are going to deliver it. So this is totally a shop information, okay. So in this place in Excel file I have a three sheets, order sheet and returns order sheet and user sheet. So what I will do, just I can drag and drop the orders to the right side. Then once I place the order sheet here, then I can see the data and the column names here. So this is row ID, order priority, discount and all the items I can see here. This is purely saying about information about a store information. So order priority information, discount and a unit price, shipping cost, customer ID, customer name, and ship more, product information, product category, subcategory, product name, product container. And so if you look at it in 1 minute after, then you can able to understand easily. And where you brought it this product. So from the region, from the state, from the city, and finally from the postal code. Suppose you are in which city? So you are belong to some postal code, right? So the postal code
Yeah.
is giving information about your city, and then the city is giving information about your state, and the state is giving information about your region. Correct? So this is all
Yeah.
hierarchical basis. And then when you got it this one, so what is the order date and when that item was shipped? So ship date information and how much profit received by the company and how much quantity you ordered and what is the sales information and what is the order ID. This is just a basic information and you can also drag and drop the returns information. The returns information sometimes people are purchasing and then they wanted to return the goods and then they wanted to replace the goods, right? So for that is nothing but a return sheet. I can just drag and drop to here, then it is trying to help me in terms of a joins by default. It is giving an inner join, so equi join, okay. Inner join is nothing but based upon the common members from the order sheet and the return sheet, it is giving the result set. So I have a common member order ID in the order sheet and in the return sheet also order ID. So suppose you went to shop and you got a dress and then you went to home and after that your parents are seeing and then giving feedback, it's not good, it's okay, it's some damages here, then you didn't observe at that time but finally your parents are observed that there is a damage. Then what you have to do is you have to go with the receipt and then go to the shop again and show the dress and show the receipt. And then the shop manager is looking at your receipt and then looking at the order ID and then order ID is valid or not. Based upon that, they are allowing you to inside the shop and then to replace the item. So in a return sheet also they are maintaining order ID. Okay. So based upon the order ID from the order sheet and the return sheet, the data is here. So 98 records we have with the returns information, and if we delete this order return sheet, then we can see there is a 9,000 plus records, 9,426 sales happened, orders happened, and out of that 98 orders returned. So it's a 10% of the people are coming back to the shop again and then replacing the items. And coming to that, so once we have a data here, I can click on the go to worksheet. Then it is asking to design the report and a basic report. Sheet 1. So in this place, I'm going to design a report. This data is purely belongs to US. Okay, the data is belongs to US data. So I have a state or provenance is nothing but a United States information. If you double click that, it will open a report. It's a map report. It's a world map report. So in a seconds of time we can design this report. I wanted to see the state names here. So I can just click the state or province here and then drag and drop to the label section. And it will give my state names here. And I will, in this time I wanted to see my profit information and by each state. So click on the profit and drag and drop to the color shell. It's a color box. then it is changing the map report colors. So here if you can see a lesson which is saying the loss and profit. The loss is in indicating a red color and the profit is in indicating a green color. So less profit is a light green and high profit is having a thick green. So that is what showing here also. So you can easily see that Illinois has some good profit and New York has also has some good profit and North Dakota has a less profit and Montana has a negative profit. See here, while I mouse over on the Montana state and there is a profit information in the box with a minus 9,464. So it is in a negative profit. We can also see in a Mississippi it's a negative. It is also in a negative mode. So here three states are in a negative state as well. And this is also South Carolina. It's very less. Means in terms of a profit is very less. So are you able to understand this one?
Yeah.
So I'm calling this as a map report. Map with profit. I'm going to create a one more report. The report name is a bar chart. Here I can name it simply. So what I will do is I have a state or provenance, just drag and drop to the row shelf here. Where all the states are displaying here. And then I will drag and drop the product category to the right side of the state provenance. So what I have done is initially I had dragged the state provenance and then product category, and after that I will drag and drop the profit information to the column section, and this will give a report in a seconds of time. And then along with these bars I want to see the numbers, so then I can just click on this symbol. It will give you numbers along with the bars, then it easy identification. So this is my chart is ready. The two charts are ready. What I will do is I will create a dashboard. The dashboard is Tableau is mainly named for the dashboard. So what is the dashboard? Dashboard is a collection of reports and with a making with a communication. So what I will do is I will create a dashboard. This is the dashboard symbol, or else I can go to the dashboard here, click on the new dashboard. So here I can see my report names simply, and then I can check the floating option to resize my reports. So I can just click on here and drag and drop to the white panel area. So this is a white space. I can design this one. I can expand this one. As per my understandability. So I can move this the legend item to the downside, here. So I can also release the profit word, show title. Once you release the show title option, then you cannot see the profit word in the legend box. Now it looks good for me. Then I will drag and drop the bar chart to the right side of the report here. So I can simply drag and drop to here. Okay. And the two reports are in a single place is calling as a dashboard. What I mean to say is the dashboard is a collection of reports with a communication. So as per my statement, dashboard is a collection of reports. That's the condition one is met. And the condition to communication between the reports. As of now, if I click on any part in this place and it is not responding, the right side report is not responding with the information. So if I click on a Texas means I wanted to see the Texas information only in the bar chart. But right now it is not responding with the Texas information. There is no communication. To make a communication, we have an option here in a very fast. We can do this. Just select the use as filter option, and this filter option is giving a communication between the reports. If I click on the California, then the bar chart is responding with the California data only. So this is giving some detailed analysis and easy analysis. It's very faster to do the analytics. So as an end user, you can see from here, as an end user, the end user is also looking at like this, and then click on here, is able to see in that way. If you wanted to see more states, then click on with the control button, you can click on more states here. So wherever you want. So this is how you can also, and there are some options to select the states. We have a rectangle container giving in a multiple states to select like this. So you can see the multiple states here. And there is a one more way, the radial option. So select this. So like this, we can select a multiple states. And we have a one more option, the last item, lasso. So you can simply select like this. So whatever the selected states, you can see here. It's very easy to make a communication from the report to report in a dashboard. So most of the business users are very interested about the dashboard and the reports communication. It's very faster, and this is a small practical demo. So once we deploy as end user, and the next job is we need to deploy to the Tableau server side. I have a Tableau server, which is a cloud server. So to deploy here, we have an option server menu, and in that we have a sign in option. So once I sign in, it is asking me the details. What is your server name? And once we provide, and it is asking my logins, I should be authenticated to the system. Otherwise, it is not allowing me to log into the system. And this is asking my logins here. Sign in, and it is next asking the password. So now it is passing the logins and then validating from the Tableau side, and finally it is showing in a different sites. I have a different site, and the latest I have, this is active site mom and me. So I'm just click OK. And then once I log into the system, I can see my username here. This is my username. Earlier we don't have this option, but this time we have a provision. Okay.
Okay.
So once I connected to the system, I have an option to deploy. So publish workbook. So I can just simply click on here, publish workbook. And this is asking a data extract. You just create, select this option. Yes, save it. Yes. So once the extract is over, we can see the server menu again as usual. Select sub and publish workbook. So whatever the activity just now, why it happened, then I will discuss the activity in detail in a actual sessions. And this is the demo session. That's what I'm not mentioning more about the data extract option. So I have a project in the default project, and I will mention this is the demo. And now I can see here my report name, a map report and bar report and the dashboard. I can just simply select and just click the publish. Then it is going to publish to the Tableau server. And it is sending the reports and data to the Tableau server side. Yeah, it's done. So how I can verify from my side to the browser? Just simply select it over here and then try to access the same way. So it is trying to ask for the password again. And this is just a trial site actually. This is a trial version site. It's a 14 days trial version, and after that this site is going to be expired. And if you want to resume this site, and we need to purchase this license, and then whatever the data we have deployed before in a 14 days, we can save it. And I have the latest one, mom and me is the site. And we deployed So we have a project. The project name is a default. See, this is the name. So in this place, I deployed a one item. That's a workbook, and there are number of reports. Number of hits, 3 views. If you click on here, there is a file name calling as a demo. And within the demo file, we have three sheets. One is a map report, the second one is a bar chart, and third one is a dashboard. I can simply click on the dashboard one, and then I can see as an end user. And this is the end user screen. End user also logging with their credentials to the site, and they're also finding the report from the same place, and they're also trying to cross verify the data. Simply here, just click on here. So whatever the actions I was did in a Tableau desktop site, the same actions you can do it from the website also. See, it's not for anymore. Okay, so now we made a communication, and we made a communication between the reports from the Tableau desktop, and after that we are deployed to the Tableau server, and after the deployment we are able to see the reports and dashboards like a end user. So this is how end to end we started with the development data, and then designed the reports and dashboards, and finally deployed to the server side. So, and from the server side, as like an end user, we are accessing the reports and dashboards through the Tableau server portal. So this is the end-to-end scenario. And now, if you have any questions, this is a demo. This is the demo is practical demo is over. And if you have any questions, and you can raise it right now.
No, I don't have any questions.
So along with this course, I'm going to provide a books, videos, and self-written notes, and some sample resumes, some interview questions, and everything I'm going to give you an option. Okay.
Okay.
So as of now, any questions you can raise it in case of any business related questions, any technical related questions, you can ask me. And so it's not about any hiding. You can ask me right now. I can try to help you in this by giving an answer.
Yeah, but I don't have any questions right now. Thank you.
Good. Okay, so what you will do is contact your coordinator, corresponding coordinator. Okay, and
Okay.
will let me know. So when we are going to start the sessions. Okay, and the timings is the available timings is the same time, 7 to 8 o'clock morning. Okay, and
Okay.
so if you are from which zone? What is the time zone?
I'm in Washington now, so the time is a Pacific side, Pacific data time, Pacific Standard.
Okay,
yeah.
So
it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I have a slot in this time, so the 7 to 8. If you are really interested, then we can start to the next.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay. So what you will do is just go with your coordinator, and he will let me know. Okay. And today you responded to right, and then tomorrow we're going to start the sessions.
Okay, sure, definitely.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.